Hey bosses, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to get a business checkings account, where to get it, and why you need one. So that being said, let's go ahead and get right in and let's talk all about business checkings accounts. So to start off, why do you need a business checkings account? Well, the biggest reason you're going to need one is for legal compliance, right? You want to separate your business checkings from your personal checkings. Even if you're not an LLC and you haven't established your business as a separate entity, you want to keep these things separate because when it comes down to an audit or doing your taxes or sending invoices and things like that, it's going to be a lot more easier, it's going to be a lot more organized, and you're going to look a lot more professional to customers. So I don't know if you guys know this, but when you are operating as a sole proprietor, you are much more likely to get audited by the IRS than if you were operating as an LLC or an S Corp or something like that. So with that being said, that is probably the number one and the biggest reason why you want a business checkings account. Now, the second reason, you want to keep it professional, and you don't only want to look professional for customers, you want to look professional for potential business partners in the future, for banks, for credit card companies and all that, because when you are somebody who is saying, hey, I am purchasing this as a business, I'm making these payments and getting these invoices as a business, you are going to look a lot more credible and a lot more trustworthy than somebody who is making those purchases from your personal checkings account. Now, the other thing with that is, at some point, and especially when you are starting to make a lot of money with your business, the banks are going to think that you are money laundering when you're getting frequent payments and sending frequent payments, and they might be able to shut down your bank account. And some banks are really brutal and they will keep a fee, and they don't have to give you that fee back. And that fee can be $100, it can be $3,000, but long story short, you don't want to go through that and just get a business checkings account. Now, this is the third/fourth reason, so I'm going to kind of just put these in two, and this is my last main reason. It just streamlines the whole accounting process so much better and makes accounting so much easier when you can have your expenses in one bank account. And take it from me, I know what it feels like to go through all of your purchases, personal, business, family, whatever, and try to find what you spent on business and what you didn't. While I'm telling you guys this, I might as well give you guys another tip and tell you to get a separate credit card specifically dedicated to business purchases. And if you are somebody that likes to travel, you can always get a travel credit card and then use those points and use that stuff that you accumulate to get yourself a free trip. So that is a little golden tip that you should write down if you have not. So that being said, let's go ahead and talk about where to get one, where my preferred method is, and how exactly to apply for a business account. So that being said, my favorite and my number one choice of a business checkings account is Novo. And before you guys go in the comments and say this, no, I'm not partnered with them, no, I am not sponsored, I do have an affiliate link that I may or may not leave down below. So if you want some extra money in your bank account, go ahead and check. But the reason why Novo is my favorite competitor is because there is no monthly fees and you do not have to have a minimum to open your bank account. You can literally open this bank account with $0 and get started with it that way. Now, I just want to say one thing. When I did apply for Novo and get started, I literally was barely making any income. So you don't even have to make some crazy amounts. You don't have to deposit a daily of like $500 or whatever it is at these big banks. You can literally make $0 and have as much or as little money as you want through the whole process. I also like them because there's a lot of apps that you can integrate them with, such as Shopify. You can integrate them to QuickBooks. They are really amazing for that, and it kind of helps to just see everything all in one place. So because of that, because of the easy platform to use, there's no monthly fees, there's no minimum deposit, the customer service is there to help you out. I have chosen Novo as my personal preference of who I want to do my business checkings with, at least for somebody who has a small business. Now, there are other competitors such as Relay, Bluevine, but based off my Reddit research, I found that Novo gives people the least issues and is the most reliable. So with that being said, I'm going to show you guys how to apply, and then I'm going to show you guys kind of the interface and how it looks like on the inside. So right now I'm showing you guys my account, and I took everything out of here because I closed my business way back down in December. So if you guys haven't watched that video, I'll link it up here and you guys can watch why I decided to close my boutique business last year. And so everything here is zeroed out, but I'm just going to kind of show you guys the platform and the interface. So if you look here, this is going to be where all of your balances are. You can have reserves, reserved holdings. It's going to show you all the pending stuff and all that. The way you would make a payment to your personal bank account here is you would do this through this make a payment tab. Choose how much money you want to send to your bank account. You have all your recent activity. You have your invoices here that you can create and track. So again, this is really good for accounting and looking a lot more professional because you cannot do this on a personal checkings account. And then you can make deposits from your bank accounts. You can refer people. And then I'm not going to go through these 3 tabs here because I feel like they're just really minor. It's not anything really that I need to go over and talk about. So activity, that's just where all of your transactions are going to be. Move money, that's obviously making a payment, sending an invoice, all that, depositing a check. Account is obviously where you control your account, where you can see your virtual card, get your routing number, accounting number, and all that. And then apps is what I really wanted to show you guys because you can see here that they have all types of collections of different apps that can help you out. So let's say you're just starting out and you don't know what app to use for a payroll calendar. Well, you can click on payroll and it'll show you all these apps that you can use to control your payroll. And so you can click on budgeting. It'll show you the top apps for that. You can click on productivity. You can scroll through and see all in all what they recommend. And all in all, it's just a really good platform. It's really easy to use. It's fast, it's reliable, there is no problems. And I think it is the best if you're trying to get started with a small business. Now, in order to get Novo, you do have to apply. And I know this sounds a little intimidating, but don't worry because I was accepted when I was literally making barely any money. I had literally no cash flow coming in and my business was relatively new. So if you feel like you're not going to get accepted, don't even worry about it because I guarantee you probably will. So what you're going to do if you're not on the website is you're going to go ahead and click on apply now. You're going to put in your business email, your password. Now, if you guys do not know how to get a free business email, then you need to watch this video because I found out this crazy hack that nobody ever talks about. So once you go ahead and verify your email, they're going to go ahead and tell you what kinds of businesses you cannot run and cannot apply for using this platform. So just make sure you go through those real quick and make sure you are not owning any of those businesses. So once you click I understand, this is where you're going to enter your legal first name, last name, your citizenship, and all that. And then here you want to put in what your address is. Now, you can use your personal address. That is not an issue, but you guys cannot use a PO or a post office. Now, if you guys do not know how to get a business address, I also have a video on that. So I'm going to link that up here and down in the description box. So when you're applying, you are going to go ahead and need to provide your social security number and your birthday. They need this to go ahead and verify you. In this part, this is where you're going to need to select what kind of business type you have. They have these easy to understand little descriptions of what each business type is. And then here you're going to put a business address. Now, if you don't have one, again, you can use your personal address or you can go ahead and get one like I did in this video. So here's where you can put additional business details. You can put your website, business phone number, the employer identification number, and then you want to go ahead and pick your industry here. Now for me, that will be a woman's clothing store, so I'm going to be selecting that. Here you're going to need to write your business pitch, basically what you sell, who you sell to, and how you make money. So I don't remember exactly what my pitch was, but I had said something along the lines of like selling clubwear that's unique to just my store. So I had said something kind of along those lines. If you guys need help writing a business pitch, you can always just go to ChatGPT and have it do it for you, or look up some ways online to write a business pitch. So I'm just going to write down that I sell women's clothing, targeted to women 18 to 45, and I make my money using Shopify. Number of employees, obviously this is going to be different for everybody, but for me it was just one. And then primary purpose, this doesn't really matter that much. I'm just going to say accounting. And then now you just need to estimate your monthly inflows and outflows. So if you don't know this, girl, just shoot for the stars. I'm going to say that I'm going to be making more than 5K. And then here I just said less than 1,000. Check deposit amount, I did less than 1,000 because nobody uses checks anymore. Incoming wire transfers, I did 0 because I really don't plan to be accepting wire transfers on my online store. But maybe you can put less than 1,000 just in case a business would ever want to wire transfer something to you. And then outgoing electronic transfers, you can just put more than 1,000 and then more than 1,000 for this. So do you conduct business outside of the US? Up to you. It's going to be a little bit different. And then basically what the last step here is to verify your ID. Once you go ahead and submit that, it's going to have you review all of your information. So go ahead and just click on continue once you are done. Now the last thing you need to do is you need to go ahead and read the documents above. You need to agree to them and then all of that. So once you do that, you should be hearing back from Novo in about 2 to 3 days. I didn't have any issues the first time I applied, and there's plenty of people who got their first small business checkings account through this platform. So that being said, I think that is pretty much all there is to this video. If you guys have any questions, anything you wanted to ask, make sure to let me know down in the comments below and I will be sure to help you out. So that being said, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys want more business talk, business hacks, business advice, all that, make sure to subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for weekly videos. And with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!